John 19 is one of the hardest chapters to read because it shows how innocence can be punished and how Jesus endured it without losing who he is. It starts with Pilate taking Jesus and having him scourged, whipped. Then the soldiers mock him. They braid a crown of thorns, push it onto his head, throw a purple robe on him, and say, "Hail, King of the Jews," while striking him. Pilate brings Jesus out and says something that should have ended the whole trial. "I find no fault in him." And then he says the line that echoes through history, "Behold the man." That isn't just an introduction, it's a witness. Pilate is basically saying, look at him. Look at what's been done to him, and tell me what crime deserves this. But the crowd doesn't respond with justice. They shout, "Crucify him." Pilate says again, "I find no fault in him." And they answer with the real issue. He ought to die because he made himself the Son of God. That's when Pilate gets afraid because this is bigger than politics now, it's spiritual. He asks Jesus, "Where are you from?" and Jesus stays silent. Pilate tries to remind Jesus who has power, and Jesus answers with one of the strongest lines in the whole chapter. "Thou couldst have no power at all against me except it were given thee from above." Meaning, you're not in control like you think you are. Pilate wants to release him until the pressure hits. If you let him go, you're not Caesar's friend. So Pilate sits in judgment and presents Jesus again. "Behold your king." And they answer with the sentence that shows where their loyalty went. "We have no king but Caesar." So Jesus is delivered to be crucified. He carries his cross to Golgotha, the place of a skull, and they crucify him with two others, Jesus in the middle. Then John shows details that prove this wasn't random. Even at the cross, Scripture is being fulfilled. Soldiers divide his garments and cast lots for his seamless coat. And you see Jesus' compassion even while suffering. He looks at his mother and makes sure she is cared for. "Woman, behold thy son. Behold thy mother." Then the moment the whole chapter is moving toward, Jesus says, "I thirst." They give him vinegar, and then he says, "It is finished." That doesn't mean I'm defeated. It means the work is completed. The mission is accomplished, and he bows his head and gives up the ghost. After that, they don't break his legs, because he's already dead, but a soldier pierces his side, and John says blood and water came out. He's emphasizing this is real, witnessed, recorded truth that ye might believe. And finally, two men who were afraid before, Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus, step forward. They take Jesus' body, wrap him with spices, and lay him in a new tomb nearby. That's John 19, cruelty, pressure, public shame. And then the final words, "It is finished." My John 19 song releases February 13. Follow, share, and listen on every platform. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, everywhere you stream.